Saturday night here at my house in Atera, and we're gonna be cooking out. I didn't have any charcoal, so I just got the fire started with a little bit of wood and sent the wife off to pick up some charcoal and some other stuff that we're gonna need. But I wanted to do a little bit of put out a little bit of information about health insurance here in Paraguay. Now in Paraguay there is public health insurance. There's two different types of it, but I will leave that for another video. In this video I want to talk a little bit about private health insurance. And the way private health insurance works here is that you basically sign on to a plan that's affiliated with certain specific hospitals here, and the plans themselves are pretty generous, but they're limited to the hospital that you're dealing with. So if you have some type of international type of health insurance like Cigna or Aetna or another international company, insurance corporation, those are generally recognized at the larger hospitals here. But if you don't, you can get insurance through what's really starting to pick up here. You can get insurance through the hospital itself. And in my opinion, the best private health insurance here available in Paraguay is called ASISMED. And the reason why ASISMED is the best is because they're affiliated with the best hospitals in this country. The three best hospitals, they're affiliated with, in their network, there's like 4 or 5 different hospitals, but La Costa, Hospital La Costa, Hospital San Roque, and Hospital Santa Julia. Those are like the 3 best hospitals that the country has. So, and I just recently I had a friend of mine who was in a very bad accident and literally almost tore his foot off. And he was rushed to Santa Julia, and he stayed there for, I think, like 10 days. And they did 2 or 3 different operations on him, and he had ASISMED, because where we work, that's the company plan, basically, is ASISMED. And they did an immediate surgery to reattach his foot, and then a couple follow-on surgeries to put in titanium plates and screws and everything else. And I have to relocate here. This thing's getting a little bit stronger than what I thought. And basically the insurance coverage covered a very large portion of the total cost. Basically, he had to go out of pocket for the titanium pieces themselves, which are expensive, which came from Europe, and for a surgical specialist, which was not part of the hospital that came in and did it. He's actually a specialist who works with professional soccer players here in Paraguay. He's known as like the top in his field. So anyway, I think all told for what happened to him, I think it set him back out of pocket about the equivalent of $6,000, I think. Something like 30 million guarani. But that's an extreme case if you take into consideration that he had a hospital stay with, intensive care for a portion of it. I mean, the coverage is pretty good. And ASISMED offers like, I think, 4 different levels. What we have is this, not the most basic one. We have the next up, but then there are 2 plans which are higher, which offer more coverage. So, but I'm not a salesman for ASISMED. I'm not here pitching it. I'm just saying that that's what I have, and I have had several visits to La Costa Hospital for health reasons, which I won't disclose, but anyway, it was completely free. And my wife had to go in about 8 months ago for a female issue, and she spent the night and she had a procedure done, and it was almost completely free. When I went down to check out of the hospital, I had to pass by the register, and I owed them 7,000 warani, which was like $1.10 or something. And the thing is, what happened with my wife was like an emergency situation. So, you know, we checked in and we had no idea how much it was going to cost. So, so basically, it was a pleasant surprise that it, you know, cost me less than $2. But because normally what you do is, if you have some issue, you go see your doctor and you have tests done or whatever, and they say, okay, listen, you know, you're going to need this procedure. And you go, and right there at the hospital, you talk to the ASISMED people, you know, the insurance people. I'm sure it's the same in other hospitals as well, that have the insurance. That they will give you a quote right there. They'll tell you how much it's going to cost, you know, what you need done, what portion of it is going to be covered by the insurance, and what portion is going to be out of pocket. So, so anyway, that's like a quick synopsis, basically, about private health insurance here. The basics of it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect with this video clip while my friend was in the hospital. I took some video in there. The security people were not too happy with me, and I was told that I was not allowed to film. However, I did get some filming done of the hospital before they shut me down. So I'm going to add those clips to the back of this video. So keep watching if you want to see, you know, what the hospital looks like on the inside. That was at Santa Julia. And I also found a promotional clip from La Costa Hospital, and it's totally in Spanish, but it gives a good look at the, you know, at the hospital itself. And, you know, if you understand Spanish, you'll understand what they're saying, but basically the type of treatment and things like this. But those are the best hospitals in the country. La Costa, especially for anything maternal or related to female health, La Costa is the place you want to be. And Santa Julia is much more of a quiet hospital. I mean, anything related to children and women, La Costa is where you want to go. Santa Julia is, you know, for, you know, older sick people, basically, or people that need to be in the hospital. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video with this, and then I will add on the clips that I said I'd add on. And I'm hoping that any minute my wife is gonna show up and have the charcoal. Crazy cat. And have the charcoal that I need, because you probably aren't going to be able to see this because there's not a star in the sky. It's threatening rain. So anyway, I'm hoping to be able to get my asado done before it starts raining. So anyway, I hope you found this this clip informational. I hope you keep watching and get a look at these chopped up clips that I did from Santa Julia Hospital. Adios.